What is up, my fellow budget travelers? Today I am in the free little island in New York City. I'll give you a tour, but first I'm going to give you a couple tips. Number one is keep in mind we are next to the water, so it's going to be a little chilly, a little windy, but also on a sunny day like today, it's going to heat up over here because even though I have the jacket, I was chilly on the water side, but once I got into the park, it was like really hot. They do have bathrooms here, so not to worry, but sometimes like big groups go through, so just wait for that group to pass and then take your turn. Another thing is don't just like walk through the whole park. Make sure you sit and relax because some of the focal points are like crazy. Like the one you're going to see, One World Trade, it's so cool. There's a lot of musical features as you'll see, so even if you don't want to play with them, make sure you check them out because it's really cute to watch the kids play around with the different things. And if you get hungry while you're on the island, there's Pier 57 over here. They've got a whole ton of stuff in there, including a rooftop winery, city winery. So go and check that out. It's definitely worth the hype. In terms of getting over to the island, the closest subway is going to be the Blue Line. That's the ACE line. Or you could take the Crosstown bus. It's easily accessible anywhere on 14th Street. And that's going to take you all the way over to 14th Street and the West Side Highway. So this is what it looks like as you walk up here. They have a bunch of different souvenirs and things to buy. And as you approach the West Side Highway, you'll be able to see Little Island from that side of the street. You may hear some chiming. That's one of these little musical instruments. You're going to see them spread all over the island. They're these cool little stations that make music, and someone is always playing with them. So even if you don't want to play with it, somebody else will probably be doing it. So you'll be able to hear what it sounds like. Even though the park itself is beautiful, I'm like obsessed with these white things that they made to create the park. I think they're just so cool looking. And if you want to learn more history about the park, here is the QR code here for you to scan. There's a walking tour that you could do, and you can also order food while you're here too. They have a few different places within Little Island itself. The park has two entryways, but I like to come through the one on the right-hand side because it just gives you a much better open-aired experience as you walk into the park. Over here on the left is one of the food trucks that I was talking about. They did have beer on the menu here, just to throw it out there. And then over there, there's a bunch of stuff for kids to play with. And then up here, these are umbrellas that unfold, so they create some shade for you on those hot days. Today was pretty like average. I want to say it was in the 60s. But as I said earlier in the video, it does get really hot in this heat. So you may want to have a water or lemonade or something with you so you'll keep hydrated as you're going up and down and checking out these amazing sights. This amphitheater is definitely like a local's favorite. You'll see people reading here, tanning here. It's not just for music here. People use this all the time, all year round. And as you look out of this side of Little Island, you'll see New Jersey on the right-hand side here. And this is just a taste of the views to come. Wait until you see Lower Manhattan. To get over to see that side of the island, you're going to have to walk through all this beautiful floral arrangements. You can actually take shortcuts up and down these rocks, which I thought was so cool. What a great idea, right? Especially for kids and stuff. But you can just go up the rock and it will lead you right up to the next level, so you don't have to zigzag your way the whole way around the island. And as you look back north, you'll be able to see the Empire State Building. There's a lot of music in the decoration also, like this is the control house kind of thing, and they made it with guitar strings, which I thought was really cool. And then as you walk around, there's this little thing on the ground, which is another musical instrument. They've also got these cool asymmetric shapes and things that spin, so you feel like you're hypnotized as you look into them. This park is actually surprisingly massive, but don't worry because there are a number of crafted benches and places to sit scattered throughout as you're walking up and down. And of course, a lot of them have really beautiful lookout points. Now let's head over to everybody's favorite. This place is usually pretty packed every time that I come here because you do get a whole view of Lower Manhattan, including the Statue of Liberty. So there's going to be a ton of people over here. If you just kind of wait your turn and wait it out, you'll get a spot. But otherwise, if you go slightly to the left, it has just as good of views without the crowd. So just go around everybody basically. When I made it over here, I had just missed the cherry blossoms that were in bloom, but I still got to be able to see a bunch of the flowers that are scattered around Little Island. And this year, tulips were all over the place in Manhattan. And just when you think you're done, you realize there's a whole nother hill to go and explore, so let's go check that out. And as you go around this bend here, there's actually a whole little grassy knoll for you to hang out on. So you'll see people in the summer reading over here, picnicking. You can just like put your blanket down or just sit on the grass. So it's kind of one of those like hidden gems. And if you're coming from the other side, there's a little area over here that's right by the bathroom. So you could take that as a shortcut to go up there. And speaking of the bathrooms, I thought this was so cool. It's like you're inside the little island. So inside the bathroom, they also have this same texture on the walls. So you really feel like you're underground, even though you're on top of water, on an island. I don't know, it's like really cool. And now I'll show you why I love to leave from this side of the island. It's because this part, which I already said is my favorite, is the last memory you'll have as you exit the island. So check this out. And while you're in the area, you should definitely go and check out the High Line. That is another one of my favorite parks in Manhattan. It's actually an old train rail that they remade into a park, and it's over here in the meatpacking district. So all you need to do is just walk back across the street and you'll see it. It's elevated right above there, so you can actually go on as soon as you cross the street. So go and check that out. And that was Little Island. I hope you liked this video. If you want to see more of New York City, check out this playlist here. Otherwise, this is the video YouTube thinks you will like the most.